Young world. So it's looking like the Joe Budden podcast is going through some internal miscommunications at the moment. They talking about Rory and Maul is off the show at the moment, not totally off for good, but at the moment they left. But if you ask me, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna sit here and say I know when stuff went left. If this is not a publicity stunt, if you know what I'm saying, this is not some type of BS going on. I'm gonna say the minute that it went left was when over the summer or a couple months ago when all the stuff was going on with Joe Budden, he was, you know what I'm saying, the Spotify deal, everything was going on. In the midst of that, DJ Academics went onto the internet and told everybody how he really felt about Rory and Maul. He was saying they was like just whack. Their thoughts weren't their own. They're just flunkies for Joe Budden. Their input is limited, minimal at best. That their cornballs would have you done, he said to them, like just all type of stuff like that. And the show after that, Joe Budden went on to the show. They spoke about that, kind of addressed it, but Joe Budden was making it seem like him and Academics was still like it was all good. You know what I'm saying? They was still cool and it wasn't that big of a deal. So I'm gonna say that it went left right there. If it wasn't already left before that, I'm gonna say right then and there, that's when it went left. Because even if Joe Budden still was cool with Academics and he wasn't gonna, you know what I'm saying, go against Act for them, he could have not made it look so welcoming. You know what I'm saying, on Academics. Like he just, to him it was like it was a joke, but Academics was saying some backbiting, hardcore. You know what I'm saying, some hardcore stuff about Rory and Maul both. So I just kind of felt like they probably had, because I would have been feeling some type of way. At least if he wasn't going to sit there and be fake or front, the least he could have did is not said too much at all, or at least not said what he said. You know what I'm saying? Because he made it seem like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I'm thinking they probably went wrong at. Either that, or when the money happened with Spotify, Joe Budden turned it down. They kind of presented the story like Rory and Maul and everybody was agreed upon type thing, but I'm thinking Joe Budden made that decision on his own. And it was a couple M's, not enough for Joe Budden. But I'm feeling like maybe Joe Budden made that decision totally on his own, or pretty much if they talked about it, it still was a guided, directional conversation where the conclusion was going to be whatever Joe Budden wanted it to be anyway, whether he talked about it with them or not. Like, them jokers might have been happy to get 1 or 2 M's, or just even maybe a couple 100,000. Like, maybe they would have been good with that. You know what I'm saying? And I guess Joe Budden is partnered up with Patreon now, it seems like. I'm not sure if it's the regular Patreon way or if it's some like behind the scenes extra type of deal that's going on. But tell you the truth, I was kind of thinking he had something like more major lined up for the podcast than just some Patreon type stuff. I'm sitting there thinking that he was going to have some monumental type deal with somebody else that would have came forth. But at the same time, I wasn't sure. I also think like the machine, Spotify is part of the machine. So if they're trying to not mess with you, then the machine is the machine, no matter what company name is on, what portion of it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.